because my performance and what I do is not about me.
Yeah.
It's about sharing myself to other people.
Well, hello, family. Welcome to Bookmarked Live at Black Writers Weekend. We are here at this incredible venue powered by Black Writers Weekend at the Riverside Epicenter. We're thrilled to have Shaquita Smith here with us today as we celebrate and uplift voices and stories by Black writers and Black women. I am the host, Minister Jazz, and here I am introducing this amazing screenwriter, filmmaker, movie producer, and actress, Shaquita Smith.
Come on,
how are you doing today?
Man. I am so happy. I'm good, you guys. I'm so happy to be here, first and foremost. Black Writers Weekend, come on now.
Yes. And you are the epitome of Black writer. I mean, your career has spanned so many different iterations of what it means to be a writer. Can you please share more about what that means to you to be a writer?
So I love being a writer. I started out being a writer, looking at my father watching television and seeing how captivated he was and not even seeing the opportunities for me. And so I just started writing, and I started off with poetry, spoken word artist, and then later down the line I wanted to continually to hone into my craft and write stories that I technically didn't see myself in. And it's been a beautiful experience because the writing, you can write whatever that you want. Pen doesn't have a limit, right? And so I just definitely think that that's a beautiful thing. But it's impacted me so much because now I can do whatever I want to do.
I'm going to say to you what was given to me in your words. It says, know your why, and your dreams will magnify as your reality.
Yes.
And also, I am a magnetic manifester. How has writing influenced this quote for you?
Ooh, knowing your why. That's the first statement. When I started out, my grandmother, Yvonne Underwood, God bless her soul, she instilled in me that I can do whatever that I wanted to do. But at a young age, she told me, she said, hey, honey, you can be, what you want, but understand your why. Because your why has to be so strong that throughout your entire life, throughout your entire career, that it stand true. And the more and more I honed into my why, I was unstoppable, right? Like I just continually to impact. And so when I did a project, I wrote a project called Alabama Girl, and it was basically about my story, about my life. And I said, you know what, let me write something that makes me feel good and also is my why. And when I did that, it inspired me. It said that I have a voice. It allowed me to know that, that I could do things, that I can inspire individuals, and it allowed me to know that I could do whatever that I wanted to do. Yeah.
Being from Alabama, there's a lot of women, girls, women of color, little Black girls that don't see themselves. How was it that you were able to, right? Like, what was it that gave you that power to see yourself or see the possibility when there wasn't that around you?
Yeah, well, so I was adopted, by my grandmother, and she told me to, she made me go to church.
Okay.
And as a little girl, I would go to church. And my church was across the street, by the way. So I
couldn't go to church all the time.
I had to go to church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, everywhere. But
Wednesday night service.
Friday
night service.
Listen, I was the church girl. And
Sunday school. Got you.
And one day, I went to church, and there was this scripture, I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And I was a little girl. And here's the thing: when I was little, I would always think that scriptures were like Santa Claus, right? Like, people believed in little girls or children would believe in Santa Claus. Well, I believed in God,
right?
Truly,
right.
And I said, well, if he said I could do all things, then I can do all
Don't
things.
make me get up and shout. Go ahead. I'm saying.
Yeah, so I continue to hone into that scripture, and that's all that I ever thought about or seen. And so when people said, oh, you couldn't be an actress, well, if God said that I could do all things, that means that I could do it. Well, if he said it, then, but I believed it. I kept believing it. And then I also had a grandmother that believed in me.
Yes.
You know, it's an importance to have a support system. And she was so honed into me being authentically what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be. And I just kept going.
Right.
And let me tell y'all something. Grandma didn't raise no quitter, right? She didn't
Right.
raise no quitter. And I didn't believe in quitting either.
Right.
So I decided, I said, you know what? I'm going to keep going regardless, because if I could believe in myself and if God said I could do all things,
Right.
then I'm going to keep going until the wheels fall off.
Right.
And that's what I've been and that's why I'm here today.
I want people to really understand what you just said,
Yeah.
because it is the belief that what is possible.
And the other thing too is I didn't look at my circumstances.
Right.
I didn't look at what I didn't have. I didn't look
Right.
at, well, it's going to take me a long time. I just kept looking at, oh, it's attainable. Oh, I'm just going to keep holding in. I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep on holding. But nothing else mattered. The environment of where I am. It's not my past. It's where I see that I'm going and my current circumstances.
What you think?
It's the future. Yeah.
Yes.
And so I always looked at that shiny little object and kept seeing it until I'm like, and I look back and I'm like, oh, wow.
We need more of your grandmas.
Yeah.
We need more like that, speaking power over little kids.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine what that would be like for us.
Powerful.
You know, I read that you wrote a horror movie. Is that
did.
true?
I did Truth or Double Dare.
Oh, you're
Yes.
talking to a legit horror movie fan. You hear me?
Yeah.
October is my favorite month because that's when they
Really?
do all of the like horror movies.
Oh.
Please tell me what got you, which you know is rare as a
very
black
rare.
woman,
Yeah.
to be a horror movie writer. What inspired you to do so and be so successful at it? I mean, when I say successful, this woman is on Amazon,
Yes,
right?
Yes. Yeah, no. I
and
am.
some more, so come on, talk about
So,
it.
well, one, I'm starring on Wicked City,
Yes.
which is supernatural
Yes.
drama, and it is horror,
Yes.
supernatural fantasy, which I love. But with Truth or Double Dare, I love the fact that I was able, I love the anticipation. I love the jump scares. I love, that we have opportunities to see us in a different light because we
Yes.
don't see a lot of us African American people in those type of genres.
Right.
But I was just telling someone in the panel where I said, because we don't see it doesn't mean that there's not a world for those
Right,
people.
exactly.
There are horror lovers. There are supernatural lovers, right? And I enjoy those type of projects. And so when I got the opportunity to to do Truth or Double Dare, it was so fun. It was kind of like I Know What You Did Last Summer, that type of world.
Yeah.
And I had got some amazing actors. Gina Horizumi, she's in LA, who's done so many projects. Austin Chan, and this also was a diverse project too.
Right.
So I had so many. There was like African American, and then I had Caucasian.
Yes.
But I also wanted to put it together, but under the umbrella because I directed it as well.
Yes. You're
to
so
see-
multi-talented. You're just so multi-talented.
I mean,
It's
just
amazing.
a little bit.
A little out of it.
No, but yeah, I loved it.
And so you mentioned Wicked City, and so let's get into that and let's talk about that because this is a really awesome project, and it's going into season 3.
Yes.
Look, I ain't having the fingers up. 3. Yes.
3.
Please, let's talk about this journey.
Wicked City, the famous Wicked City. Man, I love Wicked City. It's supernatural. Shout out to the writers, Kristen and Serena, the showrunner, producer, Tressa Smallwood, who I love and adore because she gave me this opportunity as well. So Wicked City is all black cast, all black women. Written by a black woman, produced by a black woman on a black television network streaming service, and I played Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is a character where she is unapologetic black, and I was just telling them on the panel, I said, Jordan is a representation of what people really don't see on television because of the fact she has like the big glasses, and then she has her own way of looking and thinking. And, some people be like, oh my gosh, she gets on my nerve. But there are someone out there that, is that. But what I also love about Jordan is that, and we can resonate with this, is that even for me, when I look at Jordan as the character, is that she has so much power in her, right? She has so much resilience. And if only she can look at herself and see that, man, how many times have we been in situations where we don't know the true value of ourselves?
I feel like Jordan is me.
Seriously,
right?
Yeah. Even me.
And
it's
important to be able to see those characters in the fullness, right? Like I can relate to white characters. I mean, characters are characters, human, right?
Right,
but
right.
to see them with my culture, with my language, it's so important. So I thank you for just being in that role and stepping up and showing out in that
Ladies
space.
and gentlemen, if you haven't watched Wicked City, please watch Wicked City on AAMC Black, and you can see the wonderful, eccentric Jordan Davis.
Yes, Jordan. So what are some of the, when you talk about your dreams will magnify, what are some of the dreams that you would like to see magnify going into the future?
Honestly, I am a storyteller. And I just want to continually to build and inspire and to help individuals outside of myself. When I'm on screen or off screen, it's all about helping and inspiring, giving people an experience or to help them move forward in their endeavors or in their career. And when I mean magnify to the entirety of whatever other people, because my performance and what I do is not about me.
Yeah.
It's about sharing myself to other people. And so I want to continually to write stories. I want to continually to produce different variety out of the way stories. I want to continue to express myself on screen to the masses, not just us, but everyone, because there's a voice that needs to be told.
Ma'am, you are a minister, still like a ministry. Like it sounds like this is your ministry.
This is my ministry. Yeah.
The pen is like your pulpit.
Yeah, and I love the fact that I can help so many people. Like it warms my spirit when I know that someone comes up to me and say, "Hey, you helped me with this, and I'm happy. I'm inspired. You helped me move. You continually to move up." I remember one day, this older woman that was like 90 years old, and she said that her husband died. He was a comedian, and I did a show, and she said, "I never laughed like that until now." And at 90 years old, that made me realize that is why I do this. That's why I continue to experience. And I work so hard, but I work hard for other people.
Yeah, there's a light in you. I appreciate you so much for being here with us, being there for her, and to continue doing this.
Thank you.
With that pen in your hand, what do you have for us next?
Ooh, so much. So I have a movie that I'm doing, which is called Serenity, that I wrote, and this was inspired by my father because of the fact he loves action movies and stuff like that. But the roles, I don't see us in it.
Okay.
Right. So I always write projects that I don't see us because there is a space for us in those projects. And then I have a motorcycle show that
now see, that's different too.
That is completely different, yeah. So I have that I'm super excited, and that is also inspired by my father because he is he's a motorcyclist, and he also is in a motorcycle club. And so we both created this show together to really get the understanding of what this world of bike life is. So.
Oh, wow. You have so many things on the horizon. You also mentioned to me that you were at the Essence Festival.
I was, yes.
While ago. How was that? Share with us about your experience.
Let me tell you, I love us. I love Blackness, Black women, Black men, but to see us all together supporting one another, from all shapes and sizes and places, it is a beautiful experience. And to know that our little generation can see us, right? Like, I got my opportunity from a Black woman, right? I've got my opportunity from a Black producer, a Black female network. Like, these are Black women that saw me and said, hey, you are good enough, and I see you, and I want to put you on. And now here I am.
Now here you are.
And I'm just so grateful for us. And that is no competition, it's no jealousy, it's none of that.
That is love.
And that's what I saw with Essence, right? Like that's what I saw even now at Black Writers Weekend. Like all of us are just here to help and to create and to leave our legacy.
Well, we're winding down on time, but I'm enjoying this conversation so much. So how could I, if I wanted to, and everybody else, continue to connect with you? What would you want us to know about you, or what do you want to leave us with?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, all those, but most importantly, Instagram, which my Instagram title is Shaquita_official. And what I just want to leave with everybody is continually to know who you are, hone into your skills, continually to prepare. I'm a preparer, sharpening your skill sets, continually sharpening, and always finding new ways to invent yourself, always find new creative ways to do things. And that's all I'm going to leave you guys with.
Well, as we find new creative ways to do things, I'm going to say thank you so much to our amazing sponsors and partners, and also Afros in Audio, Ike Ocean, Amazon KDP, All American Vote, Delphine, Legacy Media, Riverside Epicenter. Your support makes this event possible. Thank you so much, Shaquita, for being here with us, sharing your inspiration, this little light of mine.
That's what I'm called.
All things, right? Being strengthened and just believing in yourself. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Black Writers Weekend, and continue to join the conversation using hashtag BWW Bookmarked on social. I am so grateful for you being here with us, and thank you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.
Bye, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shaquita. I really appreciate you.